Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the second day of Funding the Commons San Francisco at the Internet Archive. So I'm going to give you guys a little summary of Funding the Commons and some updates of what we've been up to and what we have in store. So first, what is Funding the Commons? Beyond a conference series, Funding the Commons, which came out of Protocol Labs' Network Goods Department, which was this weird experimental public goods group of people that spun out into a few different organizations, Funding the Commons being one of them, Open Source Observer being another one, which you are hearing from this weekend, and HyperCerts being a third one. So we are a community of builders, researchers, contributors, protocols, philanthropic and venture funders, academics, and public sector engaged together in exploring mechanisms and infrastructure for better ways to fund public goods. What have we been up to in the last year? So we have been pretty breathlessly touring the world and creating a bit of a carbon footprint, which I believe Regen Network is helping us offset, at least this event, so thank you. We were in the San Francisco Bay Area last year on the other side of the bay in Berkeley, Tokyo, and Bangkok. We had a developer residency in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and we supported pop-up events here in California, up in Sonoma, where another one's happening with Edge in a couple months, in Argentina, where we'll be again later in the year. And we ran a virtual hackathon, which saw over 400 developers from around the world participate. That is the summary of our last year, about one event per month. For a 6-person team, I think that's pretty cool. Here's some numbers. We had a couple thousand live attendees at our conferences, a couple thousand virtual ones. We re-granted $200,000 to open source software developers. We're hoping to beat that this year. So help us do it by re-granting funds to us. And we ran 3 pilots, which I'll talk about a little bit more. We ran one pilot in Uganda where we helped fund a music studio. And if you want to talk to me more about that, please come find out what we're doing in Africa. And we're running a pilot with Drips right now where we fund a basic income for 3 open source software developers. We have been pioneering a new media format called Open Conversations, which Aya participated in. Thank you. You'll hear from Aya momentarily. And a few other great people. We have these open conversations actually running simultaneous to this conference in a room about 50 meters from here. So stay tuned and you'll see those coming out through our Twitter. Wanted to thank all the sponsors that made this event possible. Protocol Labs, Near, Octant, Human Tech by Holonym, Drips, Filecoin Foundation, Regen, OpenLedger, and Orange DAO. And very special thanks to the Internet Archive and to Wendy, who really made this event what it is today. It could not have happened in the way that it has without you, so thank you so much. Also, thank you to Edge City, Foresight Institute, the DWeb Camp, and Wise Ancestors. I'll tease a little thing that we are incubating right now. It will be the first product launching out of the Funding the Commons ecosystem. We have been working with a team within Kickstarter called the Creative Crowdfunding Protocol to launch crowdfunding and storytelling infrastructure for the global refugee community. And we'll be simultaneously testing about 4 or 5 different public goods funding protocols and deploying them in the real world and getting some really interesting data using new experimental mechanisms like quadratic funding combined with more traditional Web 2 crowdfunding. So again, if you want to talk to me more about that, it's just a preview of things to come. We're incubating other products as well within the Funding the Commons ecosystem right now, and we'll be sharing more about them soon. So what's next? We are planning our next event in Berlin in June of this year. It will be a little different than the format of a traditional conference. So stay tuned. And again, come talk to me if you are interested in getting involved. Here are some QR codes that you can scan. Again, I'm David. Feel free to talk to me about anything you would like related to funding the Commons. And thank you so much.